that song still grooves. Mike Sanderson, you're hosting your Hub City Now, and our next guest, big fan of vinyl. Record Expo is coming up next week. I almost said next month, but it's coming up next week. Marty LeBlanc with the Record Expo. It's gonna be great. October the 14th, Crown Plaza. Be sure to check it out. So tell us all about it.
Well, basically, we got 30 vendors, 50 tables that full of vinyl. You can fit about 6 crates per vinyl per table. So you're looking about over 10,000 records to go through.
That's a lot of records.
Yeah.
Who's sorting those?
There's vendors all around the Maritimes. There's stores. People have been collecting for over 30 years as well. No, I've been in it for 15 years, and I'm still trying to collect stuff in my collection.
Well, we were just saying just before we went to air, this is number 30, at least we thought by the count. So you must have it down just like a machine now, just the way it's set up. Basically, I just have to contact the vendors, and they say, yeah, we're in, or no, and that's it. Takes me 2 weeks to book. Yeah. It's on autopilot. Every one of the festivals and the people that come in here, it's all these months of work. They just got to call you and be like, hey, get it down to us. I don't even need to go downtown and put flyers. With Facebook, GG, even put it on Twitter, Blogger. Everyone knows about it. Everyone knows about it. So be sure to check it out. Record Expo, that's the 14th of October at the Crown Plaza. Be sure to check it out. What kind of vendors are going to be there? You said there's a whole lot, but... There's people bringing like jazz and blues, and other people are from the record store, so they can bring a variety like country, mostly classic rock, metal, and punk, because that's what people are into now these days. And their parents will bring in kids that are just starting out, like they'll buy a record player at Walmart, and they're buying new records, which is expensive. You can range from $25 to $50 for a new vinyl, but for used, you can go 8 to 15, which is and the sounding of used is better than new. Yeah, that's one thing about the organic sound is that, and a lot of musicians are recording in analog and the organic sound now because they want to go back to that. Yeah. Which is really popular now especially amongst the indies. So why records? Why does it come back? It's a collector base. The sound is better if you have a nice clean copy that's not scratched. A lot of people collect it for like the coloring. There's like color vinyl. There's picture disc. You can actually read the lyrics when you pull up the lyric sheet opposed to CDs. Yeah. A lot of new bands too, like local bands, are printing out on vinyl as well opposed to CDs. Yeah, we were talking. There's a couple of bands that have been on the show that we've talked with that are recording in vinyl now. Yeah. Said it's actually there's quite a market for it. And maritime bands will actually support and print them out, and the fans will actually buy it for the price they're asking for it. And that goes to pay if they're going on tour, or if they want to do more merchandise like shirts or anything like that. Yeah. You gotta always support the local, support the Maritimes. Is there a lot of local maritime vinyl that's available? At the store right now, I got 5 maritime acts, mostly punk and metal. That's what the scene I find in Moncton. Punk and vinyl. I don't know why I wouldn't have expected that, but it kind of takes me a little bit by surprise. But for me, I remember when I walked into a store a couple of years ago and I saw Daft Punk on vinyl, and that was the point where I said, obviously vinyl's come back, because anything you record on a computer, which the album that they did was recorded by a band, but still, anything that you put through a computer and then press to vinyl, obviously vinyl has come back. And I think that's why there's a lot of big businesses that are closing, like for CDs and stuff, like H&B was one, because CDs were so expensive and nobody was buying them. And now that Sunrise opened, almost all the discographies on vinyl now. You can go at the mall and pick up a Led Zeppelin 4 for like $20, $30, clean, remastered at $180 grand. Yeah, it's crazy. So, and that's the thing that's kind of, CDs have gone out, but then vinyl's come back. So maybe just take our viewers through this a little bit, but what's kind of the difference between a CD and vinyl? It's the long play. It's a cleaner sound. Like I said, if it's not scratch or anything like that. Collector base, you can actually see the picture opposed to CDs. And that's about it, seriously. And I have major collectors always come to the store and the record show that they have a copy, but then they want to upgrade their other copy because either the covers like ring wear or anything like that, or
warps, like if the record's in heat or anything like that, it'll warp the record. But they keep it because it's hard and rare to find.
Right. Now I'm gonna date myself a little bit, almost in that middle date, because vinyl's come back recently, and then there are people watching the show who would have listened to a number of albums on vinyl when they were younger. So does vinyl get warped and disfigured easily, or is that?
Yeah, by if you leave it in the sun, like let's say you had I don't know, your whole cabinet next to a window, the sun will actually warp it. Moisture is a big issue. Like if you kept it in the basement like for years,
right?
There's way to clean the moisture and stuff, and there's ways to actually fix warp. I'm actually trying to fix a $200 record right now. Yeah.
Wow. So what kind of a process is that to try to fix a warp? Because you say try.
Basically, depending on how warped it is, you can buy like just like square sheets of glass, and they say if you put it in the oven for 2-3 minutes, let it out, let it cold, and then just put like heavy books or anything like that, and let it set.
You don't wait for it to rise or anything.
Exactly. you don't put it for 20 minutes and it's gone.
Then it tastes really good.
No.
Yeah. So of course all of you said about 10,000 vinyl
over
will be there,
over 10,000.
Yeah.
Because it's 6 crates per table, 50 to 60 LPs per crate, and you can do the math. There's 50 tables.
50 tables times 6 crates times 50, 60 per box. I mean, that's a lifetime of music.
And you can't see everything in one day. And last year, the ATM at the hotel ran out of money. Because it's rookie mistake, you're broke after the second, third table.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Exactly. And there's some vendors that actually have their credit card machine through a phone. Like they have that new process, and they can actually use debit or Visa.
So as you mentioned, it is only one day. Yeah. So you kind of have to pick and choose exactly what you're going to see. As you mentioned, so many vendors for the 30th. Record Expo at the Crown Plaza coming up on October the 14th. So what would you recommend is a must-see? What do you think that people need to see if they go there?
It's hard to say. Like, it all depends on what's on your list. Like, normally they'll bring a list on what they're looking for. And sometimes, like I said, parents will bring their kids and they have the money to buy. They have to make sure it's actually, something legit they can buy for the kid. I don't think they want to play Metallica for a 6-year-old or anything like that.
Well, I guess it depends on who you are, but
yeah. And sometimes because they can't actually read the lyric sheet, they'll go like that. But even people are bringing the turntables for sale. They'll bring even cleaning solutions, like a lot of businesses and stuff like that. They supply like cloths or chemicals to actually clean the records because they do get dirty once in a while.
So it's not just vinyl. It's a record expo, but what else?
It's 80% vinyl, but you can bring anything in the kitchen sink if you want to.
So it's almost like a vinyl disguised yard sale.
Yeah.
So let's talk players briefly. What kind of players might people see there if someone's in the market for a record player? What do you think?
The new one is a Rega RP1, which is a really nice turntable. They're usually ranging about $200. The older style Techniques, there's so many. Audio Technica is another one, and the ones that it's good for kids just starting out. Like they start with these little boom boxes, and another one is Crossley. It's good for kids, but the sound it's not there.
So is it kind of like other music stuff where the more you pay to a certain extent, the better sound quality is?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even needles can range from $50 up to $200 for the record player, and you have at least, let's say, 20 years of music playing on the record.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. I hope that you better have a good.
As long as you watch your child or anything. Hey, Daddy, what's this?
Yeah, and that can be.
That's why my record player is right on top of my collection. That way, nobody can touch it.
Gotta make sure. Gotta set the tone.
No, exactly.
Make sure that record player is where it needs to be. So it is October the 14th, Record Expo, Crown Plaza. Where can people check it out if they want more information?
Facebook, you just type in Record Expo Moncton. Kijiji, Blogger, Twitter, and even I have my own personal site. You can type in Livewire Music Emporium, and all information's there.
Yeah, so livewiremusicemporium.com?
.ca.
Yeah. .ca. That's important. Get the .ca in there. Or Google it. That's also important. I'm Marty LeBlanc. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yes, the Record Expo. Be sure to check it out. April the 14th. What are the hours?
It starts at 8 o'clock for the early bird, and then it runs until 6. But normally the vendors start to pack up at 4.
All right.
And that's when you get the good deal.
Get there early or get there at 4. Take it from the guy who just said it and to run 30 of these now.
Yeah.
Record Expo coming up, Marty. Thank you so much.
Have a good day, man.
All right. So coming up after the break, we got Jared Lutz. We're going to talk to him coming up on Hub City Now.